Okay, B'siyata Dishmai, we're here in Sha'ar HaYichud Tzfat, and we're going to be learning again from Sha'ar Shem Tov, the gates of the Baal Shem Tov. And we're finishing up this idea of Chavivut Limud Torah, the endearment, the joy, the loving the Torah. It says in Parashat V'etchanan, one of the main things that the Baal Shem Tov always wanted to teach is that the whole entire Torah is just names of Hashem, right? So, like we said last time, we learned that when we are reading in Hebrew is called kriyah, but that word actually means to call. So if the Torah is whole entire names of Hashem, so what are we doing when we read the Torah? Kore'im b'Torah. What do we do when we call the Torah? We're calling out to Hashem. And the Baal Shem Tov explains something beautiful. Yesh rachmanut kmo av al ben. There's mercy like a father on his child. Even if the son has everything he needs, he has a lot of good, a lot of shefa, he's lacking one thing, just a little bit, right? The parents in the room know your child could have the exact meal they want. If there's one green leaf on there, that spoon and not that spoon. There's like everything's perfect, it's just one thing's not right. And as a parent, you go and you do it. Okay, you want a different spoon? Here's a different spoon. Here. Just there's this one thing that's missing. They have everything good. Just one thing missing. I want to fulfill their will. The father has mercy on that child, so there shouldn't be a lack at all. I want it to be perfect. This is what's called ahava rabbah, abundant love. The mercy that it has, that the king has on a village boy, or al sha'ar aniyim, or the rest of the poor people of the kingdom, unikra avat olam. That's what's called avat olam, the love of the world, worldly love. Right? So we have avat rabbah, immense love, strong love. That's a father and a son. The son already has everything good. He's just one thing missing, but we don't even want one thing missing. We take care of it. And then there's the villagers and the poor people that don't have everything good, and there's still mercy on them. That's called the love of the world, avat olam. Why? Because they do lack all good, so the king has mercy on them. They don't have money, they don't have nice houses, so we have mercy on the villagers. Mashen ken al beno af al pi sheyesh lo tova harbe, rak davar katan chaser lo. His son, though, the prince, he has everything good. He's the prince of the king. Just one thing's lacking, so the king has mercy on him. And there's a third type of mercy. It's the mercy of the king from the pain that the king feels on his son. What's the difference between the first to the other two? The first being mercy on my son even though he has everything. The second being loving poor people they don't have, so I have mercy on them. And the third being the pain that I feel on my son, so I have mercy on him. The first one, rachmanut hazeh utmidi. The first one is consistent, is constant. Ma she'en ken shnei rachmanut. It's not the case for the other two. Omnam im ben koreh la'aviv bishmo. But if the kid calls out to his father in his name, or even if the village boy calls out my king, right? He calls out to the king with his title in a proper way. You will arouse inside the king mercy. So to say, Hashem in that way constricted himself and hid himself inside the Torah. So not only does Hashem have infinite mercy on Israel all the time because of the pain he has, Hashem always has mercy on us. Why? Because we're in galut, we're lacking, we're also his children. He always has mercy on us. But we can add so much more if we were to call out to him, if we were to call his name. And how do you call his name? The whole entire Torah is just the names of Hashem. And even if a village boy, a simpleton, meaning a person that doesn't have and a deeper understanding in on the depths of the Torah. He just puts his all and he puts his love and his awe into calling out to Hashem, which is all the names of Hashem. The Zohar teaches us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Torah is one. So then it's like you call a person to his name, you call a person his name, he drops everything and he looks who's calling at me. Right? If I were to see you in in the middle of the street, you would look who's calling Aaron. And you start to answer. Why? Because the question was connected to my name. So too Hashem, so to say, constricts himself into the Torah. When we read in the Torah, אז ממשיכים אותו ומרורים הרחמים והחסדים, כי הוא ושמו יתברך הוא האחדות. When we call out to Hashem, then we draw down and we arouse this mercy and this loving kindness, because Hashem in His name is unity, is one. Meaning a Jew that learns Torah, it's so to say you're calling Hashem, 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 Hashem. Hashem drops everything and looks. Yes, my son, my daughter, what can I do for you? Why? Because you evoked His name. It's like, a person sleeping, you say their name, they wake up. It's the same thing. You're the one that's sleeping. God's never sleeping. Hashem doesn't sleep. But we're sleeping and we don't feel it. So what do we have to do? Call out. Call out. Call out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu sincerely, truthfully, and read Torah. And this is the main thing we have to know in the month of Cheshvan, especially also during the winter in general. The main work is to keep our lips moving in Torah and Tefillah. But a lot of us are tired. We can't learn as much. We're burnt out from Elul and Tishrei. We have to be real. So therefore, what do? We have to call out to Hashem, but a really call. Hashem is close to all of those who call out to Him in truth. Meaning, it doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to learn hours. But can you learn a paragraph with all of your might? Seeking Hashem, calling out to Hashem. Don't go away from these things of where we're learning from the Baal Shem Tov and be like, I have to learn now Torah, and you just go into the Torah and you forget about God. No, everything's about God. The Torah is only there for you to learn it in order to get closer to God. It's not about the Torah itself. It's just that the Torah and Hashem are unified. So when you properly put yourself into your Torah, you'll find Hashem. Hashem will drop everything and He'll turn to you. Limud Emunah, learning Emunah is the number one most important thing we have. The higher levels of learning there's Gemara, there's Mishnah, there's high levels of learning. The most important type of learning, Emunah. To know that Hashem is here, to know that Hashem is in this world. I was reading the Garden of Peace. Highly recommend for men to go back over and do a review of the Garden of Peace from Rav Arush. And it's out of this world, just the first 2 pages, to understand what the real purpose of life is. Emunah, not Torah, not Zikur Rabim, not anything. Emunah, 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 Emunah. That's what it all comes down to. So at least now, when we're all tired and we're burnt out, when we open the books, let's at least have Emunah that this is really the name of God, and when I read it, I'm calling out to Him and He's going to drop everything and look at me. If I call out in truth. Right? The village boy, he has a certain level of mercy because he's part of the kingdom. But he's not the son. The son, even if one thing's lacking, it gets filled up. Everything's good. Just not the right spoon for my cereal. Start wine, the king wants it right. Starts to take care of it. But if you're a village boy that doesn't have that level of attention from the king, so how do you get it? Call out in His name. Anybody in the world, if you call their name, they stop and they look around. Doesn't matter who you are. Who you are calling, right? As long as you're the one that's calling out. So if you're not really worthy, but you call out in truth, Hashem will drop everything and answer you. B'ezrat Hashem.